Thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing me with codes for The Sims 4. Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. We are here today with Dakota Blackfeather, who is not doing so well. He's actually having a little bit of a cry right now under the covers. He lost his wife recently and he's not doing too great. So he does have two children and they're currently living with their uncle because Dakota's struggling a little bit. So let's give him a little bit of apple nectar to take the edge off. He's kind of doing this a little bit too much, to be honest. He's kind of maybe not dealing with his emotions in the healthiest of ways, so he really needs us to kind of help him out today. You can see as well he's a little bit stinky. He's not doing so great, so let me just get him to put this back in his inventory. He's not going to leave that alone for too long. So you can see here he's feeling a little bit more cheerful because of the nectar, but you can see here he is a widower. He's lost the love of his life, his true love. The memory of Barb is kind of haunting him a little bit. You can see she's kind of he's imagining her still with him. He's imagining her still around the house. He doesn't really know if this is like a figment of his imagination or if she's kind of really hanging around in spirit helping him out. He is kind of looking into his own kind of ancestry as well. He is kind of native Somalian. I guess that's what we can call it. Native American, native Somalian. And so I want to kind of draw on that a little bit as to kind of like maybe that could help him cope if he gets into kind of the spiritual side of that. But for now, yeah, really not doing so well. So he actually has some traits here. Slob, gloomy, lazy. And these aren't this isn't his real character. This isn't what he's normally like. Just currently he's not coping so well, so I thought if we give him that personality trait to kind of get him through this part of his life, hopefully those can kind of like switch out at some point with the growing together ability to kind of switch out traits. So yeah, but for now I definitely could use a little bit of a helping hand, or he's just kind of processing. So like I say, his children are hanging out with their uncle over at Vanda's farm, wherever that is, over here, so we might actually be able to kind of spot them over here. They were just kind of like camping out when we left them over at Vanda's farm, so they're really close by, you know, but they like Vanda taking them is giving Dakota a little bit of space to just kind of like process what he needs to process. So, you know, the kids don't need to see him kind of at his lowest point, so Vanda's really helping out there. You can see as well all these kind of files that are like scattered across the floor. Now Barb used to be a sheriff in town. She was actually training to be the next sheriff, and she took her work really seriously, so we don't really know what happened to Barb. She did kind of die under mysterious circumstances, and Dakota's kind of driving himself crazy trying to understand you know, what exactly happened there. So while the kids are at Vanda's, he's kind of got all the files out and he's kind of been looking through those, just trying to find any clues to what may have been going on. But I think what we should probably do, can I grab this one? Drink some trash fruit nectar. Dakota, come on, you know you love it. Maybe we don't need to look at all the files. He's figured out a couple of things, not much though. Barb's body was found down near the cave system, and we know that she died by anger, so he really wants to kind of figure out what happened and kind of do his own investigation. He does trust Earl. Earl is Barb's father, and he is the sheriff, the current sheriff, so he's got really good detective skills. He knows everybody in town, and I do feel like Dakota, let's just let him go to the toilet. I do feel like Dakota would trust Earl to kind of you know, talk to people, figure out what's going on. But I don't think there's any harm in us taking like a second look, just for Dakota's kind of peace of mind, just to check if anything's been missed. I do feel like maybe we should just head out to the cave. It's also going to be cathartic to him because he can go here and, you know, spend some time in the place where his wife passed, exercise some of those emotions, kind of get it out of his system. He is a little bit under the influence, so I don't know, it just makes sense that, you know, he's just lost his wife. He's a little bit he's a little bit nectared. I don't know, what would you call it? He's a little bit bubbly, perhaps. You know, the idea of him just kind of like setting out in his underwear to go and look at the place where his wife's body was found, do you know, it's not beyond the realms of possibility. We'll allow it. So let's kind of go into first person view while we kind of like head down here. Actually, there we go. What else did I want to kind of say? So he's an artist, and he was doing quite well with his art. He was actually getting quite successful. He's got an agent who we can meet in another episode, and he was doing these landscape paintings, again just kind of trying to get back in touch with his native Somalian ancestry, and kind of getting back in touch with nature and that kind of natural environment. He was doing these landscape paintings. They were getting really quite popular. He was getting a bit of a name for himself, so he is kind of like a minor celebrity. He's like just checking in. Again, he's not a bad dad. On the whole, he's a really good father. You know, he's just going through a certain phase in his life where, you know, he needs a bit of time to himself to process. So normally he's a great dad, but right now kind of not doing so well. So the idea of him kind of like walking past Banda's farm, not really wanting to be seen because he is a bit drunk, right? He doesn't want his kids to see him in that kind of state, but hoping to kind of like catch a glimpse of them and kind of keep an eye on them and check they're okay. I feel like that is something that you do. Yeah, so he's not been painting recently as well. I do feel like getting back into painting would be really cathartic for him. Like before his wife died, he would have been out here like painting this beautiful sunrise, but right now not even looking at it. He's just got his head down to his feet, absolutely lost in thought. Driving him crazy as well. Driving him crazy because he doesn't really know what happened to Bob. Yeah, it's let's fast forward a little bit. He's yeah, you can imagine like not really knowing what's happened and like how that must be messing with his head. You know, he wouldn't be able to kind of like put those thoughts to bed, I feel. Ooh, where are we? Sorry guys, that's crazy camera angles. You know, and the idea as well, like she was out here at night, like wading through this water. I don't know, it's just really strange. It's like, what was Bob doing out here? And why didn't she tell him? Like, why didn't Bob say to him, come along with me, there's something I need to investigate? She must have, like, either she was trying to keep him out of it, or maybe she did it on the spur of the moment. You know, she like was chasing a lead and she just kind of like ran down here. But it's really strange. Like his phone works. It's not like he hasn't got a signal down here. So why didn't she call him? And her phone was never found as well. We don't know what happened to Bob's phone. So maybe we can have a look around for that and see if we can see it. Maybe kind of like this. Can I get my thing back? Maybe like this. If we get him to go over here. Guys, this is hard. First person view is really hard. I don't know why I'm doing it in first person view, and yet here we are. Can I click on that? Look for frogs. I mean, it says look for frogs, but pretend it said look for phone. Like maybe we can find Bob's phone. Maybe we can kind of like figure out what happened. And it's so peaceful here as well right now. Like it's so strange, like to think that only a few nights before, you know, this is where her body was found. Well, the morning after, when she didn't return home and they sent out a search party, this is kind of where they found her. Excuse me, sir, why are you trumping? So yeah, we're not really seeing any clues down here. It looks like Earl and Earl's little team of detectives did do a good job of kind of cleaning up, but maybe we can have a quick poke into the cave, because maybe somebody was like hiding something in the cave. Maybe she was chasing a lead. Maybe she saw someone running into here. We honestly don't know. Do you know what though? Before he goes in, I think we need a little bit of courage. Let's have another drink of nectar. He's like, trash nectar. This is my vibe. I love it. There we go. Where did he put it? Did he put it down on the floor? Did I just lose that nectar? Where did it go? Okay, explore the caverns, please. Bob should think about further education. Pretend you didn't see that. I mean, maybe this is what's in his mind. Maybe he's like, do you know what? Bob was going to take over from her dad, but she was so intelligent. Maybe she should have gone to university. You know, maybe he was trying to talk her into going to university and saying, like, you don't have to follow in your dad's footsteps. I know he's a great guy. I know you're worried about who the next sheriff is going to be when he retires, but I feel like you could go further. Oh no, it's a bear! As Dakota meanders through the dark and foreboding cavern, a loud roar is heard nearby. Dakota turns and finds a mammoth, strong-armed bear standing with its claws in plain view. With a snarl, it extends its paw out, challenging Dakota to an arm wrestling match. I feel like we can go in here. I feel like we can arm wrestle this bear. I feel like Dakota is a little bit bubbly, right? He's a bit bubbly, he's a bit sad, he's not in a very logical frame of mind. I feel like he's going to arm wrestle this bear. Let's go. Dakota has defeated the creature. It looks like it dropped some items. Amazing. Let's keep going. Did the bear make Barb angry? Like, did she lose the arm wrestling match to the bear and get so angry that she kind of like died from anger? I don't know, guys. Let's keep exploring. He's got a tentacle Tom. A tentacle Tom. Okay. What's a tentacle Tom? Oh, is that thing. Scary yet cuddly. Your child will love playing with a tentacle friend in the sea of imagination. Maybe this is his kid's toy. Maybe this is Lizard's toy. And he's like, why is Lizard's toy down in the cave? I don't know, guys. Theories in the description box down below. We're going to figure out this mystery together. What happened to Barb? Why is Tentacle Tom in the cave? Did Barb encounter a bear? Let me know your wildest conspiracy theories. Get them down there. Okay, is he going to encounter anything else before he has to come back out of this cave? How's he feeling? So he's really gloomy and sad. He wants more juice. So, okay, so it looks like, now I've put if we go down to public image here, let's just expand this a little bit for you. Public image, which is a feature that came with Get Famous. Like I say, he is a little bit of a celebrity. He has got a little bit of fame. And if we open up his fame points, he actually has the juice enthusiast quirk, which is kind of like a side effect of being a celebrity. And it says behavior. Celebrities that are juice enthusiasts find themselves always wanting a drink of juice. If they don't regularly drink juice, they'll slip into foul moods and will have difficult time raising their fun. So again, this is another way that I'm kind of showing his problems, you know, that we're going to deal with. We're going to make it better for him. Also sedentary as well, this lifestyle. I felt like, again, he's not really, he hasn't got any, it's like life has lost all meaning. Like, he loves his kids, but you know, he can't look after them right now, so he's really feeling really low and kind of, what's the point? You know, that maybe Bob's family are going to be better at looking after the kids than he is. He's kind of going through all these kind of like darker, more challenging emotions. So yeah, we're going to help him. We're going to help him process. Level 1, 2, stepping giant spider. 2-stepping giant spider. Dakota steps through a cavern doorway draped with a silken string. 8 eyes blink in the darkness, and a giant spider emerges from the shadows. Its 8 appendages donned in orange tennis shoes twist and turn into some sort of arachnid dance. It looks at Dakota expectantly. A dance challenge has been issued. I don't feel like he's dancing. I feel like he's going to be defensive here. I don't really feel like he's in a dancing mood. The creature gets distracted and abandons its pursuit. Dakota sighs in relief and continues to explore. So he's got a little bit of cave progress here. He's getting really angry. Do you know what? He is a roller coaster of emotions. So this craving juice, it comes because he's got that juice enthusiast quirk from Get Famous. And it says if he needs some juice if he's going to have fun again. So it doesn't look like drinking the nectar is satisfying the craving for juice. So yeah, hopefully the Sims team can kind of like add that at some point. Smooth sipping. Oh, it's a skeleton. Oh my goodness. From out of the dark, a skeleton leaps forth holding a bone-shaped microphone, spitting out some sick rhymes. The skeleton has a bone to pick with Dakota. The rap battle has begun. Again, I don't think Dakota is in the mood for a rap battle, so he's going to be defensive here. He regains 10 health from defending. Are we going to deal with the skeleton again? Maybe. Maybe we just need to get out of this cave. I don't know. Let's do one more. Let's see what the next thing is, and then we'll get him out of this cave, because I don't think it's the best place for him to be right now. Why is he happy? He's happy actually because he's on an adventure. Again, maybe this is giving him a good distraction. So again, maybe it's cathartic that he's fighting skeletons and bears and spiders in the cave. Dakota hopes to survive the skeleton's furious beats and prose. The situation is growing less humorous, funny, nice pun Sims team by the second. Like you're like funny bone, you're humorous. Yeah, I get it. Okay. A defensive, again, he's got to be defensive here. He's got 13 health from defending. I feel like we're just gonna have to get out of this cave, guys. I don't think it's the right place for him to be. So here he is. He's popping back out. Still absolutely stinks. Needs some more nectar. Like, dude, like, which one's open? Which one did I open? I can't remember. I don't know. Let's just drink that one. It's probably going to disappear from my inventory again, isn't it? I can hear a truck outside. I'm sorry if you can hear that beeping, guys. Oh, he's feeling better. Wait. No, he's feeling pretty good right now. Confident, extra nectar feeling. He's getting into the nectar and he's feeling a bit more sure of himself. On an adventure, smooth sipping, still craving more juice. He just can't beat that craving. Okay, do you know what? It is actually getting quite pretty out here. I feel like maybe, could we possibly set up his easel and maybe do a painting? Look at this as well. It's like a sign saying, like, be careful, like rocks might fall. Like, there's so much that could have happened to her. Like, maybe she got hit on the head. Maybe that affected her kind of emotions. You know, maybe she got disorientated and angry. Maybe she thought someone had hit her on the head. Like, we honestly don't know. Right, hang on. How do we do this? So I can just pick landscape painting, but I actually kind of want to paint from reference. Paint from reference, large painting from reference. Let's just do a small one. Again, he's just kind of trying to get back into it. His agent's been on the phone. She keeps kind of like, she seems like she's understanding, but I don't know, maybe he's feeling a little bit pressured. Let's paint this. Yeah, because I don't know. It's the thing as well is, like, he's not even doing it to kind of like maintain his fame. He's not painting to like to get money, even though he needs money. Obviously he is a dad, he's got kids to provide for. I feel like the main reason he's painting right now is because it's cathartic. It is because it's something that he loves to do. You know, he originally got into it as a hobby to kind of connect with you know, the spirit of his ancestors. So perhaps this is going to be something really, really healthy and good for him to do. Let's get him to kind of paint this landscape painting in his underwear. Milestones mark the big moments in Sims' lives, whether it's inevitable signs of growing up or exceptional achievements. These experiences shape who Sims become. Look back on their journeys, la 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 la. So I don't know why that popped up right there. Maybe because he was in the cave. I don't know. It does say he was widowed. Few things are sadder than when spouses are separated by death. But look, he seems quite cheerful right now. He is doing something that he loves to do. It is one of his preferences to be painting, so he should be finding that quite fun. Look how stinky he is. Oh, Dakota. Do you know what? We're not judging him. We're not judging him. He's going through a lot right now. So, yeah, I think we're just gonna have to kind of like leave him to process the way he needs to process. He does need the toilet. He needs some social as well. And yeah, we need to improve his energy. So maybe we do need to kind of like send him back to bed. Look at how many colours are going on here. Again, this confidence is really just coming from the nectar. So this is his way of making himself feel better by drinking. And he loves painting, so that's good. But underlying that, you can see that he's not feeling too great. Like, he's got some not great stuff going on. He's lost the buff about being widowed. Again, maybe doing the painting is like taking it off his mind a little bit, even though we're kind of like painting in the area. I don't know, it's a nice way of honouring Barb as well. If this is where she passed away and he's seeing, you know, the beauty of the place, maybe that is something that's cathartic to it. Maybe, you know, this is part of the process. And again, I know storytelling, and I know this is a bit of a dark storyline, just to kind of say I have got a personal... this is cathartic for me. And again, this is the thing about art being cathartic. I wish that art, like when you do a painting, I wish it didn't have this kind of like horrible, like dappled effect over it. I wish that you could choose, like, I wish you could choose the filter to go over it. So I actually had a mod that removed the filter for a while, and you just had like a like for like reference, and it was so much nicer. I really don't like how mottled this is. Anyway, what I was going to say was I've been doing a lot of grieving in the past few years. My mum and dad have both passed away, and my nana and my cat, which sounds silly to put a cat like in the same breath as like humans, but again, it's like an emotional support animal, right? Like cuddling it makes you feel better. The cat purring makes you feel better. So I had all this death, like about a year and a half of just like death, like of like immediate family, and it was really hard. So again, you find ways to process and you find ways to cope, and making content and playing The Sims and doing my channel has been a brilliant way for me to cope. And again, telling stories that are cathartic, so actually telling a story about somebody who's grieving helps me with my grief. So again, like and subscribe to help with my grief. Exploiting my grief for views. That's a joke, but yeah, it does. Like, it's a joke, but it's not a joke, because like seeing people watching the videos and seeing people liking and subscribing and commenting and engaging, it does give you more of a reason to kind of, you know, to keep enjoying the thing that is helping you. So thank you everybody who does watch. And again, I don't want to kind of like emotionally manipulate. That's not the kind of person who I am. So you'll find that I don't necessarily talk about my personal feelings that much on my channel. I do try and I am quite a private person in that way, but again, I'll probably make jokes about it publicly. It's just the way I am. Again, humour's cathartic to me. I'm very humorous, ha 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 ha. So yeah, but I do understand. So this is cathartic for me. So having Dakota processing and going through something that's really challenging and having this darker topic to explore is part of my process as the creator. So I hope you all understand that, and I hope you're all kind of like seeing it for what it is, and I think that's the beauty of a life simulator as well, to be able to what should we name this? What should we name this? It has to be something around like symbolic, right, of like the place where she passed away, but also of finding beauty in the sadness, like what's something that means like life after death kind of thing, or life beyond death, you know, like life goes on kind of thing. Or what should we call it? It's like sunrise works. Dark sunrise, let's just call it dark sunrise. I'm sure I could think of a better name. Sunrise, dark sunrise. I'm sure I could think of a better name if I kind of like spent some more time thinking about it, but for now that makes sense. So we're just going to go ahead and put that in his inventory for now. Not quite ready to sell it. Again, he kind of needs to ponder it a little bit more. Put that in your inventory, and I think maybe let's have another drink and we'll get out of here. So his nectar is just kind of like disappearing. I'm not even sure where he's getting it from. I know where he's getting it from. I got it from the Bidybug catalogue, but yeah, like I don't even know if there's a way to kind of like buy bottles of nectar. Yeah, you keep sipping, sir. Oh, look here, he's got inspiring artist feeling confident after creating a piece of art that will inspire the masses. So he's got something to offer again now. Prairie grass nectar cleanse. After a drink of prairie grass nectar, wait, hang on, what's this? I don't think I've seen this one before. Dakota is feeling well, just fine. The taste is not bad, not amazing. The drink goes down smooth and settles nicely in his belly, leaving Dakota satisfied. It says he's satisfied, but underlying that is still that constant craving. So yeah, let's head back home. Is this his home or is this Don Goose? That's Don Gooseman's home, right? Where does Dakota live? I've not got used to the map fully yet. Here's the waterfall. So there's Vanda's place. I do feel like we shouldn't show up kind of at Vanda's to check on the kids while we're still a little bit worse for wear. But let's head up here. Let's head up here and kind of like talk to the ghost of his dead wife. And like explain as well like what he's done. You know, I feel like he would. I feel like this is something that I do. I kind of like have these kind of like mental conversations with like my passed over loved ones, and I know that other members of the family as well kind of still kind of feel like the people are around and they will have conversations with them, you know. So this is something that people do when they're grieving, is kind of like imagine that person is still there with them, either imagine that person is still with them or kind of sense that their spirit is still around, you know. It's like, is this something that's happening? Are we tricking ourselves? Is this a way of making ourselves feel better? Or is this something that's really happening? I don't know. I really believe in spirits. I think, you know, the soul lives on after death. I really do truly believe that. And I've kind of had a lot of evidence as well. I'm like, hang on, guys. I think there might be something happening here. But let me tell you the story about my cat. So, like I say, my cat kind of passed away. Sorry, Dakota. My cat passed away, and I was really, it was a black cat, and I've really been missing her, and not just myself as well, like the children. You know, I thought it was really important for the children to have an emotional support animal. So I kind of like said to my spirit guides, my dad, I guess, I was like, if it's in everybody's best interest to have a cat, could you please bring me a cat? And my cousin a few days later posted that there was this black cat that had been abandoned and needed a home, and she was having trouble rehoming it. And I was like, oh my god, it's perfect. Like, and the weird thing, and it took me a while to realize this, but on the box it had the name of the cat written on the, so the cat had been abandoned in a box in a car park, and it had a name written on the box, and when I was like, oh, that's the cat's name. But then I don't know why it took me so long to realize it's actually like a nickname that my dad used to use for me. He'd be like, oh hey, and he'd use this nickname, and I was like, oh my god, it's not the cat's name, it's like an FAO, it's like FAO Cinderella, right? It's like, it's my name on the box. I was like, oh my god, my dad bought me this cat, like, it's mad. And obviously it's kind of like events lined up, like the universe makes events line up. I do truly believe to make things happen for us like that. It was crazy. Anyway, so just using this let's play as catharsism for me, for my life. Okay, so let's get up here. Let's go and talk to Barb. She's grieving her own death. Like, Barb, gossip about family drama. What happened to you, Barb? What happened to you, honey? Like, let's move you away. Share melancholy thoughts as well. Like, he's not doing great, guys. But I feel like, again, this is kind of like where, you know, we do process things like this. You know, we do kind of have meaningful conversations in our minds, perhaps, when we're kind of really not coping very well. She just kind of like proper jumped through that wall. Where are you going? I kind of want them to have this conversation near the falls as well. So kind of let's talk over here. Can I get them to go here together? Will that work? Look, and there's a butterfly. Oh my god, it's perfect. Go here. Chat here, guys. This is like, and the rainbow as well. Oh my god, like the butterfly and the rainbow, kind of like, the rainbow can be a sign of kind of like the afterlife, right? It's like crossing the rainbow bridge. It's also symbolic of like hope and happiness. And then butterflies as well. Butterflies are symbolic of like, because they transform from a caterpillar in the cocoon to a butterfly, they are symbolic of kind of like transformation, death and rebirth, and these kinds of things. So yeah, I think that is absolutely the perfect place to have this conversation. Could you two head over here? Stop gossiping about family drama and get over here, please. And Barb's feeling better as well. Look, her ghost is green right now, so she's not angry at this time. Oh, and it's raining. Well, do you know what? Maybe he can have a little bit of a clean in the rain. Come and shower in the rain. It's a shame that it's raining, because that was really nice there for a minute. So go here. Why has she got needs? Why does Barb have needs? Closely connected. Barb really cherishes her close family connections. Spending time with such a close family member is always heartwarming. Blissfully clean. Neat Sims are happiest when cleaning. And what am I doing out here? I feel like this is kind of like, are we going to play? Oh my goodness, he's naked. He's going to fall asleep. Oh no. My thinking with Barb, at first I was thinking maybe we don't play with her. Maybe the ghost of Barb just kind of exists in the world. And then I thought, do you know what? Maybe Barb is trying to solve the mystery of her death by influencing the living. So his little bum out there. So like, yeah, so maybe she's gonna wake him up. She's like, you can't sleep out here, Dakota. Get up. Come on, get up. This is not what I want from you. This is not how I want you to live on after my death. You need to get up and you need to go back to like the butterfly hanging around here as well. It's so perfect. Oh my god, it's like so, oh, the weather and everything is so dramatic. I kind of love this. Like, get up, listen, shower in the rain, get rid of all this nectar, shower in the rain, there you go. Have something to eat, let's have a chat and get your social up, and then you can head to bed, okay? So he goes, he is just a Kendall, right? You can sell Kendalls to 3-year-olds, it's fine, there's nothing there to look at. He's just Ken. So yeah, I feel like she's gonna, what are we gonna talk about? What would she say to him? Talk about death. Talk about death with him. Do any of them have like a fear of death? A death by anger look. No, he's not afraid of death. Okay. Bob's hungry. Why are ghosts hungry? This makes no sense. They need to do something about ghosts in the game. Like, I did add it to the household, but I feel like they could do a lot with ghost gameplay. It is a base game feature, so it's something that they could expand upon. Propose crazy scheme. What if we team up to solve my death? He's like, yes, Barb, we are going to make a brilliant team. Do we get into cowpoke dance? Is that crazy? Try to console. Oh, that is so sweet. He's like trying to make her feel better after she dies. Like, don't worry, we're going to solve this together. Simpler is better. Dakota likes deep thoughts. Yes, we love that for him. She's scared. Oh my god, why is she scared? He's like, don't worry, we'll make things better together. Don't be scared. Like, why would she be scared? Is she scared that like her family is still in danger? What's happening here? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Right, he's feeling a little bit better. I feel like we should get him to have a snack. What's this here? Pandy Kempo by Roberto Crinkletop. Come and get some of this, dude. I don't know. Like, this is the thing, what we can do with Barb is kind of like do stuff for him. Like, we can tidy up for him and things like that, and he can be like, wait, I don't remember tidying that up, and it's not really him that's done it, it's Barb that's done it, you know? So maybe we can kind of like come and clean some of this stuff away. I don't know. Yeah, I like that idea. So Barb come back in, like Barb can like make food for him and things like this, and he'd be like, who brought this food round? Maybe it was let's get some frankenbeans. That feels like a very kind of like Western thing to do. Like, Dakota can wake up in the morning and be like, who brought this food? Like, and it's Barb working in the afterlife, so she like influenced Roberto Crinkletop to bring some food around, or you know, some food appears and he's like, oh, it must have been Dolly, right? Like his his wife's mum. Like maybe Dolly brought some food around for me and left it here, and it's really like she's taking after him looking after him in the afterlife. I kind of love that. So don't fall asleep there. Now again, look, we're gonna have to wake him up again. We're gonna have to get him back to bed. Wake up. Pass through. Ooh, creepy. Come on, dude. I'll make you some frankenbeans. You're gonna survive this with a little bit of help from Bob. Come on, get up, dude. Sir, get up. How's he going? So he's got craving juice still, rude awakening. He doesn't like being woken up. He's got irrational danger. He doesn't know why he's scared of thunderstorms, but he is closely connected. So yeah, really not doing too great, but we are kind of looking after his fun a little bit better. So let's get him to bed. Barb can carry on kind of like looking after him in the afterlife. I don't know why she keeps on stopping. Maybe it's because she's scared of the thunderstorm as well. No, she says, I can't do it. I can't do it. Why can't you do it? Oh, is it because she's not got counter space? Hang on, let me just move things around a little bit here. Because, gosh, her husband's got all the paperwork out everywhere. Do you know what? And she'd be so nicely organised as well. She would have such a good filing system. And I just feel like she'd be really annoyed that he's making such a mess of her paperwork. Like, literally, it's all over the floor, guys. All these, like, confidential files all over the floor. Like, and this is the thing as well. Like, Earl's going to be like, what happened? Like, she kept such tight files. Like, we could absolutely go through those files and find out what she was working on and things like that. And, like, you've messed them all up. It doesn't make sense anymore. So Dakota, in his kind of, like, drunken state, has kind of made it worse. Why can't you do it? What is going on? Is it because it's an end piece? Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Like, not the most well set up Let's Play ever. Let's just kind of put these down on the floor. Again, he would just have stuff everywhere, honestly. Can you do it now? Frankenbeans, let's go. There we go. Yeah, I just needed the counter space. Do it. Beautiful. She's having a bite to eat herself. So yeah, so well, why are you up? Why are you up? So what are you doing? He's sleeping in his kid's bed. Maybe he misses the kids, right? So he's like, I want to sleep in the kids' bed to feel close to them. I wish you were wearing pants, but again, he's a little bit drunk. He doesn't really know what he's doing. So Barb's having something to eat. So anyway, that is where we are. That's what we're up to. Trying to figure out what happened to Barb. Let me know your theories down below. Yeah, that's where we're up to. So next time, I think we'll check in with some different Sims and kind of like expand the story of the neighborhood a little bit more. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying this Let's Play. And I will see you guys again soon. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Have a good week. Bye, friends.